I asked people to recommend me books they didn't like, and now I'm reading them. Book 15 in the Another Man's Trash Reading Challenge was Babel, or The Necessity of Violence by RF Kuang, and I have officially finished it. This is a 4.5-star book for me. I loved it. I really did. I think it was wonderfully written. The academia and linguistics of it all did come in waves, and I think that's the only way that it could have worked, because even though I think the linguistics, the etymology is really interesting, you need that plot to pull you through all of that. But once you get to the halfway point and you hit the denouement, the linguistics are largely in the footnotes and you are off and running. The second half of the book felt much more balanced, but I understand why the front part of it was front-loaded the way that it was. We had to watch Babel get ingrained in the souls of our characters to understand the reckoning that happened when it all fell apart. We had to understand the magic, the science of translation, and the weaponization and commodification of language. And we had to understand just how deeply rooted and pervasive the imperialist, patriotist, elitist mindsets were to lay the groundwork for the end of the book. The only reason this isn't getting 5 stars from me is the ending. Well, it's actually more like the stretch between 80% to 95%. I had a hard time buying into Robin's character for a minute there. I mean, his character underwent a lot of change over the course of the whole book, but certainly in the back half. In that specific stretch, I got kind of disconnected from him, and that pulled me out of the story a little bit. This is also a 4.75-star reading experience. I know that a lot of people found this really dense and academic. I also found it to be that way, but it just so happened to appeal to a very specific part of my nerd brain, and I really thought that it was super interesting. I was fully immersed. The writing's extremely descriptive. The characters are convincing enough that I was in it until the very end, which is why I got docked that 1/4 star. But otherwise, I had a really good time reading this. But the ending itself was good. It wasn't satisfying, but I don't think it was meant to be. Like, the story wasn't comfortable, and neither is the way that it ends. All that to say, I can't believe it took me so long to actually read one of R.F. Kuang's books. I will 100% be reading everything that she has written. But for now, we are on to book 16. Ooh, that's fun. Is it Circe or Cersei? So between the wheel and my list, Cersei was recommended 15 times. I can't get it on Hoopla or Libby. My libraries don't have any copies available, but it looks like one of the indie bookstores near me does have a copy, so I will sneak out and grab that tomorrow. I've never read any Madeline Miller, so not really sure what I'm in for with this. Based on what you know about me and how I read, do you think that I'm going to think Cersei is trash or a treasure? Poll is on the screen.